on the show, and it's coming up next. Mauricio Rivera gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, Matt, you hate to go into game thinking that you're going to have to get the bullpen involved, but you may have to with this guy on the mound. He's not known for going very deep into games. Very rarely does he go 6 innings or more, so this very well could be one of those Johnny Holstaff days.
The first baseman, Tyler Anthony.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Fields is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gabriel Moreno.
28, Gabriel Moreno.
Hey, we got no one here.
Now the 0-2 pitch. This is on the ground over to first. Beautiful diving stop. There's one. On to first, a double play.
That's good athleticism here by the pitcher getting off the mound. He gets the ball to first and then hustles his way over to the bag to help him wrap up the tough 3-6-1 double play.
Standing in, Tyler Anthony. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Tyler Anthony.
Hey, be patient. Get your pitch, huh? Hey,
here comes the first pitch. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Center fielder on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. 3 innings complete, and we are tied 0-0. Ready for another shot now. Tyler Anthony.
34. Tyler.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing here this half. We're through 6 full. Next will be the designated hitter, Jordan Groshans. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
We got no out.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? Forsythe for 1. On to first, and you can forget about the go-ahead run being on base. He's erased on the double play.
They played the matchup there, and it worked out perfectly. Ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Tyler Anthony, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Hey, drop him in for us. We need you. Here we go.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hops this one up. Martinez into shallow left. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. Redding used a huge 8th inning to help secure the win. De Ellis Guerra claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
8 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Time for game 2 of the regular season between the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and the Reading Fightin' Phils. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Number 68, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard soft, you can go in and out, and anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Be patient. Get your pitch, huh?
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Well, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight. They started the season out on the wrong foot, dropping one on the road on opening day.
Yeah, Matty, they need to grab this one today. You don't want to drop the first 2 games of the season. I don't care if it's on the road. I know you're going to have to battle, play well at home. You can't afford to get on the team bus back to the hotel 0-2.
Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Center fielder giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Digging in now, Tyler Anthony. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
That's inside.
Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
Fouled away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Number 68 is there, and he has it for the out. Now in the box, Alberto Torres.
7. Alberto.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop.
A bare hand for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So nothing happening this time around. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Redding is out. At the plate, Tyler Anthony. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Tyler Anthony.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Number 68 is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Stepping in, Tyler Anthony. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And with his speed, he's one of those rare guys who you'd actually like to see keep the ball on the ground. You can't beat out a fly ball in this game.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fly ball heading for the alley.
Come on, go hard. You're scoring. Go hard.
And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And the throw in gets away from him.
Nice swing. Good hit, kid.
So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Benjamin Adamson. Grounded back up the middle, reined in. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that. And
coming to the plate now, Tyler Anthony. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Tyler Anthony.
First offering on its way. And it's belted high and deep into right center. Right fielder looking up, and it's gone as they add still another. And a big moment for him there, his first home run as a Double-A player.
yeah, and you always like to get those first out of the way, no matter what level you're playing at. Obviously, he's got aspirations to play in the big leagues, and this is exactly the kind of production that this organization is going to be looking for from him as his career progresses. And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
This one comes to a close with a 9-5 final. The Reading Fightin' Phils took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Number 68 earns his first win of the season. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
for the fight. 4 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors. They left 6 men on base.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Game number 3 of this new season between the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and the Reading Fightin' Phils. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
No, it's a big game. Something.
Francisco Morales, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season. And I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that. And hopefully, he gets off to a good start. And we'll see if that starts in this one today.
So coming to the plate, Tyler Anthony, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Has a look, now the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. He pulls this one into right. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning. Boy, that double was an absolute missile.
Yeah, Matt, you can't fault the outfielder too much either. The line drive was hit right at him, and I think it took a minute to gauge where it was going. So I think he misjudged it a bit. The end result, the ball gets down, and the hitter is standing at second base with a solid double.
Batting third.
Now at the plate, Benjamin Adamson, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. A tag, and he's out at the plate. A double play. And never much of a chance to even think about scoring there. What a big second out. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
The right fielder.
Now the double steal is on here. Ground ball right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And the tying run comes around to score from second.
Hey, there's a good job of battling right there, D-Row. Pitcher have the advantage with 2 outs, 2 strikes. You're 1 pitch away, and boy, what a terrific piece of hitting right there.
Yeah, that's a great job right there. Some guys are not afraid.
At the plate, Jordan Groshans. He's yet to get into the hit column in the series, 0 for 7. Hit out towards second. And that's through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first.
Digging in, Tyler Anthony. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And they can't run it down. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Nope, that's a
Maybe
ball.
trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
See it up, drive it like you can. Let's go.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Didn't look to me like that was. Now at the plate, Cito Francisco. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. On the ground to first. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. Ready for another chance? Matthew Batten. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Matthew Batten.
First, fielded cleanly. 1 there. And good hustle by the pitcher there on the back end as it's a 3-6-1 double play, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 1 hit, and the 1 hit was a big one, the home run. Ready now, Tyler Anthony. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air out to center field. Number 68 is there, and he'll bring this one in. Digging in to try it again, Tyler Anthony. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Sent on the ground out to second. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out, and a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired.
Leading off for New Hampshire.
Ready to begin the eighth, and standing in is the DH. Bournemouth. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that.
A Double-A hitting coach touches base with a new arrival to the team.
Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the Double-A Eastern League. Tonight it's the first of three to start the new week between the Akron Rubber Ducks and the Reading Fightin' Phils. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. David Parkinson, a left-hander from Virginia, will be your starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
So striding in, Tyler Anthony. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now the pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Let it fly. Let's go right here.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. Center fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. So stepping in, Lee Jin Chu. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First baseline. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Reading leads it 2-1. Stepping up to the plate, Tyler Anthony. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And with his speed, he's one of those rare guys who you'd actually like to see keep the ball on the ground. You can't beat out a fly ball in this game.
And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. Freeman is there, and the side is retired. So no runs or hits here as the error turns out to be. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Tyler Anthony. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. At the plate, Tyler Anthony. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
Great job by the pitcher right there to pull the string. He knew he had an aggressive hitter at the plate, somebody who was sitting on fastball and ready to do damage, and he was able to slow him down right there.
And the second baseman is there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Striding into the box, Wilson Garcia. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. For a base hit here as he gets this one down. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And he'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. Striding in once again, Oscar Gonzalez. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. So now we'll see if these guys can get even in the bottom of inning number 10. The Rubber Ducks lead it 3-2. Ben Crouch takes the ball, looking to make sure this game goes no further. Save situation here in inning number 10. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. High in the air out to center field. Ramos is there, and he has it for the first out.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
First for the victorious Rubber Ducks, 3 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. They left 16 men on base.
The show's continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Akron Rubber Ducks and the Reading Fightin' Phils. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Brandon Lebrand, a lefty from Georgia, will be the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft, you can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Hey, see it drive it. See it drive it.
Hit in the air out to left field. Longo is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Stepping into the box, Tyler Anthony, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Drive it. Let's go right here.
First pitch coming. Here it is. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. To second for 1. Relay throw, but it'll be too late as he's well safe at first. Into the box, Logan Forsythe, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here. Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Benjamin Adamson, and he'll be tasked with bringing home the potential tying and go-ahead runs, both of which are standing in scoring position. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been, as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. Digging in, Tyler Anthony has got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Swinging a hard liner to center field. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Tyler Anthony. Line towards center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Tyler Anthony, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Give me one time.
Touch up for us, kid. Here we go.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
Hey, it's nearly impossible to turn 2 with a guy that could run like this. It's even harder when he comes out of the box hitting from the left side. You really need something tailor-made to even have a chance to get him at first.
1-1 the count now. Runners are at first and third, 1 away.
Hey, speed up the drive.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Hey, clutch up. Your turn right here.
And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Oh, and he misses it. And after all that, they'll still get the force out at second. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took, as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game. And from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second. Here's the 0-2. And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. So striding forward now, Trenton Brooks. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Shoots this one over to first. He's got it. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. On to the bottom of inning number 9. And this evening's contest comes to a close. 5-3 the final. The Akron Rubber Ducks jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back.
Boatload of runners on base.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Today, getaway day here in this 3-game series between the Akron Rubber Ducks and the Reading Fightin' Phils. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Mauricio Rivera, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Return throw is in time. And what do you know? They do get into the box now. Tyler Anthony.
34. Tyler Anthony.
Working ahead.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a little blooper to center. In comes the center fielder, but he won't get there. It falls in. Now a long throw home, and he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game. Stepping into the box, Benjamin Adamson.
Number 9.
Hey, come on now, one time right here.
Hit sharply on the ground. Reined in. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So striding in, Aaron Bracho, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Sent on the ground out to second. A dive, and he knocks it down. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 2-1. Digging in and looking for more, Tyler Anthony, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Come on, big guy. Get your pitch, huh?
First delivery to him on the way. Williams leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back in there. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Throw over to first, and the runner back safely.
Hey, take a cut now. Get your cuts.
The 1-1. High in the air out to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit. Standing in, George Morales.
George Morales.
He's down to third. But that finds its way through for a base hit.
Yeah, and I think this is the case of a guy trying to rush it, hoping to turn a double play. And instead of getting 2 outs, they get 0 outs, and runners are on first and second.
On to the left side. 1 there. On to first, and they get the double play. Into the box now, Tyler Anthony. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And with his speed, he's one of those rare guys who you'd actually like to see keep the ball on the ground. You can't beat out a fly ball in this game.
Grounded softly down the line toward first. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
And it's fouled away.
Hey, like again up there, huh?
And he fouls this one off. Line drive to center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least 1 more batter. Now at the plate, Benjamin Adamson.
Now batting, number 9.
Here's the 2-1. Popped straight up. Polanco shading to his right. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. In a close game like this, you look for that one guy who produced when it mattered most, and this is the guy. The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show tonight. Jackson Rutledge gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Rutledge isn't really known as the kind of starter that goes deep into games. It's not that he isn't capable, I'm sure. He just hasn't been that guy that works deep into games with regularity.
Matty V, I'm not sure it's this guy's fault, but I think it's more the fault of the metrics and the way we look at pitchers now trying to.
Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Tyler Anthony. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Sure took a healthy hack that time. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Polito has a play. Makes the play, 1 away. Ready once again, Tyler Anthony. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Tyler Anthony.
Hey, have a good rip up
First
there,
pitch of the at-bat on its way. Williams at 3rd, Shoemaker at 2nd, Martini on at 1st with 2 down. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Here we go. Come on now.
The set and the 1-1. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. Milano is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases loaded jam by giving up just 1 run. Digging in once again, Tyler Anthony.
Tyler Anthony.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Milano is there, so 2 pitches and 2 outs thus far. Stepping in, Yadiel Hernandez. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 2-2. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 8th inning coming up. Now batting, Tyler Anthony.
The first baseman, Tyler Anthony.
First pitch on its way. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Milano is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So digging in with a chance to win it here, KJ Harrison, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run. Second base. Sacrifice attempt here. Throw over to 3rd here, and he'll get there at 3rd, and now the winning run's only 90 feet away with just 1 out. Stepping up now, Yadiel Hernandez. He's looking to bring home the winning run from 3rd. Line to the right side, but this is speared. In now, Tyler Anthony.
The first baseman, number 34.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch, and he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Polito is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases loaded jam by giving up. So digging in now, Bobby Polito. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from 1st. And they'll play for the tie here as he puts this one to 2nd for 1, and the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Luis Carrasco gets the win in relief. And we're going to have a pinch hitter to start things out here in the top half of the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Pinch hitting for Reading, number 34, Tyler Anthony.
Skied into very shallow right. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out. De Ellis Guerra, if the man called on. Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Reading Fighting Phils jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the Double-A Eastern League. Tonight it's the third of this 4-game weekend series between the Reading Fighting Phils and the Harrisburg. Mario Sanchez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, Matt, this guy's one of those pitch-to-contact kind of guys. You're not going to see a bundle of strikeouts, not an overpowering guy. Puts the ball on the in and outside corners, up and down in the strike zone. A pitch-to-contact guy, so if you're looking for strikeouts, you're probably not going to see a boatload from this guy in this one.
Well, talk about starting the game with a bang, boys.
Yeah, Matt, and there's a reason this guy is leading off tonight. He can flat out fly, as you can see here. He squares up on this thing and kicks it into high gear for a triple to start us off.
Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. The flip on to take care of him at first as he fails to take advantage of the situation there, and that's the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Benjamin Adamson. He drove in the other of their 2 runs last night. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. It was another loss last time out in this portion of the skip. Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn.
Digging in, Drew Mendoza. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. This is pulled into right. Adamson is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nothing across here this half of the inning. 1 inning in the books here. Reading is out in front here. Digging in for his second at-bat, Tyler Anthony. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here?
Yeah, guys, that was the first.
And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Gone! A solo shot here to left. Second home run early in the year as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
Hey, every once in a while, this speed guy will jump up and bite one. He absolutely crushed that baseball. Doesn't fit his usual tool description, but he can go deep if you leave one over the heart of the plate.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Tyler Anthony, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. He's set, and the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his 3rd hit tonight. So it's a runner at first with 2 gone. And up next, the veteran middle infielder, Logan Forsythe. He's running, but he won't have to worry about a throw. Ball 4. First and second now with 2 away.
As a former pitcher, I can tell you nothing is worse than having to battle not only the hitter, but the umpire as well. He didn't get some of the calls there, but there's nothing he can do about that now. Just got to go right after the next guy.
Pitch outside, the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Pretty unusual decision to swipe third with 2 outs in the inning. It's a big risk, especially with the lefty hitter up there, and the benefit isn't all that great, but he made it work out.
The 1-1 pitch. is swung on and missed, and that's strike two.
2 straight.
The 1-2 in the air out to right. Wiseman will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So they get 3 runs on 2 base hits, with one of them being the big home. Now at the plate, Tyler Anthony. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
Anthony.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Center fielder going back. Still going back. And it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field, his second of the game. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
D-Row, some days the fellas walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those games.
Yeah, but there's a saying going around the dugout right now.
Striding in, Rhett Wiseman. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Rounded to third. This could be 2. Fielded cleanly. Foresight for 1. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now. Settling in now, Eric Stamets. He's hitless in the game, as is much of the rest of his team. Takes this the other way to right, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Well, that's only the 2nd hit he's given up tonight, and the first one didn't do any damage.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for your Senators, number 60, Yasel.
Hit to
Tuna.
scooped up, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Tyler Anthony, great game for him so far. 4 hits, including a couple of home runs.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat, his 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Freeman is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired.
Man, they came in here with a mission, and that mission is almost complete. They've won the first 3 games of this series and would love to seal the road sweep with a victory tomorrow.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Reading Fightin' Phils and the Harrisburg Senators. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Carson Teal gets handed the ball for the 4th and final game of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
Fellas, you take a look at the home side here as they take the field this afternoon. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matty, it hasn't been the best of times, D-Row. They've lost the first 3 games of this set at home, and the last thing you want to do is get swept in a 4-game series at home. You need to win this one.
Yeah, can't.
So here's the cleanup hitter, KJ Harrison.
The first baseman, KJ.
Here now the 2-2. Tied him up there as this is softly the line. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. We've played an inning. No score here on the show. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tyler Anthony, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Line drive to left. Freeman is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Now to the plate, Israel Pineda. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the 1-1. To first. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We played 4 full, and we are tied 0-0.
Hey, get a good one up there, huh?
Standing in, Tyler Anthony.
Number 34.
First
Tyler
offering on its way.
Anthony.
Line to the right side. But this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2. Ready for another shot now. Rhett Wiseman. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Bounce to first. To second for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for your Senators, number 74, Taylor Justin.
On the ground to second. Did he get his double play? One there. On to first, and you can forget about the go-ahead run being on base. He's erased on the double play. Now in the box, Tyler Anthony.
Number 34. Tyler.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Sure took a healthy hack that time. Hit to third. Reined in.
Beat it out, beat it out,
and that's the second out. Digging in now, Darren Milano, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Down to the right side. And a diving effort, but this will just tip off his glove, and that's a base hit.
Now's a good time for your pitcher. Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well. It's
A player is encouraged to get all he can out of his given talents.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. Major League Baseball on the Show is next. Caleb Smith gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, looking at the numbers, you can see this guy had an ERA over 4 last season. He'd like to do a lot better than that. He's got to do a much better job of keeping base runners off the bases. Cut the walks down and try to limit the hits per 9 innings pitched.
Digging in, Gene Segura. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Dickerson going back on the warning track. He makes the catch. With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Yeah, Matty, this team poses a lot of problems offensively. This is a scary lineup because they can beat you in a variety of ways. Not only do they have power in the middle of the order, but a ton of speed that can put some serious pressure on the defense.
Lifted down the line in left, and no one will get this one. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep. Gone! It's a solo shot off the bat of Andrew McCutchen. Home run number 9 on the year, and the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
Loved a homer in the top of the first inning. Give your pitcher a chance to kind of regroup and gather himself with an early lead.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Bryce Harper. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Bryce Harper.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. A solo home run off the bat of Bryce Harper. 8th home run on the season for him as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or if he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins.
The first baseman, number 17.
Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left. Back goes Joyce. At the track. The wall. Out of here. And how about that? Back-to-back-to-back home runs. Rhys Hoskins with a solo shot. 6th home run on the season for him. And the Phillies open up a 3-0 lead. Into the box, JT Realmuto. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. After it is Dickerson. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Here's Didi Gregorius. He went deep in the contest last night. First pitch on its way. Swing and a high chopper over to the right side. Fielded cleanly. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Phillies on top 3-0. Jake Arrieta, a Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This ought to be interesting to see how this guy bounces back from last year when he had an ERA over 4. I know his team is expecting better things from him this year, and we'll see if he can continue to get a little bit better, limit the number of walks, and also limit the number of hits per 9 innings.
Standing in, Jonathan Villar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, come in feeling good as they're 2-0 to start the new year.
Yeah, Matty B, they've come out guns a-blazing so far in this series. Won the first 2 games of this series in blowout fashion. Nothing they'd like more than to win Game 3 of this series and continue their hot winning ways.
Yeah, Dan, there's been a fight at the bat rack. They've really come alive on the offensive side and look to continue that today.
Here's another 0-2.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Now a breaking ball, but it's low.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
To the plate now, Miguel Rojas. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today. And they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Sinker, and this one's over as well. 0-2 now.
This is a perfect time for him to break out that nasty changeup. Great arm action on it.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Miami down in order. Still down 3-0. All set for the start of the inning, and standing in the outfielder, Nick Williams.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Lifted the other way to left center. Dickerson on the move. He's there and records the first out.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And let's take a look at Brian Anderson. This guy, when I see him out there on the field, I think of one thing. He's a ball player. Offers versatility for his manager. Outfield, little third base. He was fighting for the 2018 Rookie of the Year.
And in steps Scott Kingery. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone, and it's a foul ball. One out, nobody on. And here's another ball well hit. This one to left field. The onslaught will continue as this is going to be another home run. A solo shot here to left. 6th home run on the season for him as the Phillies have opened things up now 4-0. Well, they've got the elevate and celebrate thing working in this one, guys. That was their 4th big fly of the game.
Matty V, D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is like crazy. 4th round tripper of the game so far.
They're missing over the heart of the plate, not using the quadrants. In the hitters meeting, they focused on this stuff. They thought these guys could miss middle, and that's exactly what's happening.
The windup and the 0-1. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Another one sent foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled off.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Dickerson will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the 2nd out of the inning. At the plate, Gene Segura. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Dickerson going back, still ranging back, and it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 3 here in the early going as they extend the lead to 5-0. So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen. Line drive base hit. McCutchen moves well on his way to second now. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
Now the Marlins skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Josh Rader is going to come on in relief now, and he may be asked to eat several innings as this game is just still really getting underway.
Ryder.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. The 0-1 pitch. Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. Harper swings and hits it very well to right. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A 2-run home run here for Bryce Harper. His 2nd home run of the game as this lead swells to 7-0. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Dickerson is underneath this one, and that will retire the side. So 4 runs in the inning, but of note there was that they came on the strength of 3 home runs. On now to the bottom of the second. Phillies lead this one 7-0. And that'll bring in Garrett Cooper. His history with Jake Arrieta. He's 0 for 5.
Garrett Cooper.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he's way off balance with the swing there.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
Late swing there on the changeup. Couldn't make up his mind, I guess. It's strike 2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
For my money, there's nothing better than a 3-pitch see you later. Well, look here. He gets him on his heels with strike 1, up against the ropes with strike 2, and then he KOs him on pitch number 3. Love it.
In now, Brian Anderson. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. One out, nobody on. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
The 1-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Taken in by Gregorius. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Here's Matt Joyce now. He was hitless in the shutout last night. First offering on its way. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swings through it for strike number 2. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the third. Heidi?
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Top to bottom, he said his guys have been picking on the right pitches to swing at, and they've done a nice job of using the whole field. He said that always seems to be a recipe for success, and their 7 extra base hits in this one are evidence that it has been.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Leading off for Philadelphia.
New inning set to get underway, and in steps the catcher, JT Realmuto.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Hey, Dan, this guy's having a monster series on the road. Were you aware of the home road splits?
I think every player is, and sometimes this is a matter of being either comfortable on the mound or comfortable in a batter's box in some visiting ballparks, and some guys, quite frankly, like it better on the road than they do at home.
So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Going back is the right fielder, and this one is gone. A home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. 6th home run on the season for him as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Up next will be Nick Williams.
Nick Williams.
High in the air out to center field. Joyce is camped under this one. One down.
The third baseman, number 4.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Scott Kingery. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Hit down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here. Sterling Sharp is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Number 56. Sterling Sharp.
At the plate, Jake Arrieta.
The pitcher, Jake.
Now this ball's hit deep to left field. Dickerson going back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The bat, number 2.
Stepping in, Gene Segura. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Back goes Joyce. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a solo shot here to left center field. His second home run of the game as the blowout continues. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. Dickerson is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. So 4 runs in the inning. The note there was that they came on the strength of 3 home runs. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Phillies 11 and the Marlins nothing. Up next from Miami, Harold Ramirez, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Below the zone, a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Standing in now, Jorge Alfaro. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Wind up and the 0-1. Could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Throw on to first, 2 gone. Ready now for the Marlins, Sterling Sharp. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Arrieta gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Jumped ahead with strike 1 there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Miami down in order. They trail in this one 11-0. So coming to the plate, Bryce Harper. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in 1 game. His last at-bat is 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll
belted high and deep into right center. Gone to lead off the inning. Solo shot to right center. His 3rd home run of the ball game as this lead got even wider.
Well, you have a great night. He scored 3 goals, and that's a hat trick. But how about hitting 3 home runs in 1 night? That's the baseball equivalent of a hat trick, and that's awfully hard to do.
So now to the plate, Rhys Hoskins. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. Solo shot here to left is second of the game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Here's another one that's drilled. This one to left. Dickerson going back, and it's gone. JT Realmuto with a solo shot. 6th home run on the season for him as the blowout continues. Gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Into the box, Didi Gregorius. But this is gloved over there at first as he was in the right spot at the right time. 1 away.
The center fielder, number 5.
Now at the plate, Nick Williams. First pitch to the at-bat. Hit hard up the middle. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound, and they are just going to ambush tactics, and it seems to work for them. Or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
In now, Scott Kingery. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Dickerson's after it. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Jake Arrieta. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Hit in the air down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Runner's going. It swung on and missed the throw. Not in time as he steals second.
You don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
And it's fouled away. Still no balls and two strikes. The next 0-2. Still no balls and two strikes. 3 runs already home here. Popped him up. Alfaro over to his right. And that retires the side. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Philadelphia is on top, 14-0. Coming to the plate now, Jonathan Villar. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Boy, it's been a rough go through these middle innings so far. This offense right now really doesn't have an answer for anything that he's throwing. He's attacking up, down, in and out in the strike zone. He's been awfully dominant up to this point.
To the plate now, Miguel Rojas. And there are 2 away now. Now at the plate, Corey Dickerson. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. And Dickerson behind 0-2 now.
Hey, back-to-back, same pitch, same spot. Don't be shocked if he goes right back out there. If I'm a hitter, that's where I'm sitting. Everyone would think he wants to go somewhere else. He might go right exactly to the same spot.
And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Phillies on top, 14-0. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And stepping up as the shortstop, Gene Segura.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't exactly a tape measure shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call that a wall scraper in his last AB, but listen, it counts as a home run nonetheless.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They're not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in a big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Joyce is right there, 1 down. Bryce Harper will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Line to the right side. And there's out number 2 as this is taken in shy of the track, and the runner will have to retreat.
The first baseman,
And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Rhys Hoskins. He comes in 2 for 3 with a couple of home runs thus far on his line. Fly ball out toward left center field. And this is into the gap for his 3rd hit of the night, and it'll be good for extra bases. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first.
They are putting in some work at the plate in this one, Matt. Another great AB, another hit, another nail in the coffin. That's a startling 15 runs in this one, and they're still going.
At the plate, JT Realmuto, and he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes Joyce. Gone! 2-run shot to straightaway center. His second home run of the game as this lead got even wider.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Yimi Garcia gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. At the plate now, Didi Gregorius, and he fouls this one off. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch that's coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare and a big confidence boost to the lineup. Let's see if he can rebound.
Standing in now, Nick Williams. He pulls this one into right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. Home half of the 5th coming up. Phillies lead this one 18-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, Heidi, thank you. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Garrett Cooper. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
0-1 count and the pitch. Cooper takes his swings from the right-handed batter's box, but he's one of those rare hitters that actually thrives facing same-handed pitching. One of the very best in the game, as a matter of fact, in that type of matchup.
Yeah, Matty, he does not leak with that front side. He keeps that shoulder tucked, stays inside the baseball, and it gives him every opportunity to hammer the fastball and stay on that breaking stuff.
And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Ready for another chance? Brian Anderson. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Takes this the other way to right. And the Marlins had their first hit of the game.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside of baseball and drive it the other way.
So now to the plate, Matt Joyce. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And it's quickly 0-2. Looking to punch him out again. Pitch. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Into the box now, Harold Ramirez. Kingery's there. So they do get their first hit, but their first run will have to wait as the inning is over. Marlins lead 1, and as you can see, they are way behind. Scott Kingery will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. Stretch, here's the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Dickerson's there. 1 down. So here now is the pitcher, Jake Arrieta, getting a hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
He came to play today, not just only on the bump right there. He's thrown the ball well, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's able to contribute and help this offense put itself in position to score some more runs.
Quinn will be summoned down to beat its runner. And that'll bring up Gene Segura. In there, now the throw. Is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
This catcher has an elite arm. But when you get that great of a jump at first base, it makes it a lot easier to steal second.
Quinn leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Fouled off. Swing and a liner. And this will get over his outstretched glove. A great effort there, but it's a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Man, talk about having a good game. Like most guys, this would be a good week. 4th hit of the game, and 2 of those D-Rose round trippers.
Yeah, he's going to have a smile on his face for a while here, Dan. These are special nights. You have to enjoy these. These don't come around often, and he is taking full advantage of it.
Sliced hard on the ground, and that's through, a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
This is just bordering on ridiculous now, guys. 19 runs in 1 game. To say that they're having some success at the plate would be like saying some kids are excited at Christmas.
Here's Bryce Harper now, as he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike 1. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Back goes Joyce. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out. At the plate, Rhys Hoskins. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
The 0-1 on its way. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Back goes Joyce. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Phillies will have to be content with just the one. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom. Adam Morgan is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Adam Morgan.
Digging in to try it again. Jorge Alfaro.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Set with the 0-1. Fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Jesus Aguilar will grab a bat for the pitcher here.
Number 24.
Slow little grounder left side. He's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Back to the top of the Miami lineup now and stepping in Jonathan Villar. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. And they remain well behind. Ryan Stanek enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 55.
7th inning ready to roll, and that brings up JT Realmuto.
In the last at-bat, Matty D, that was a changeup he hit to straightaway center field. This guy looks to hit the ball right through the middle of the diamond. And if you elevate the ball like he did on that last one, get that ball up in the zone, he can take you out of the ballpark.
Ready now, Didi Gregorius. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Josh Harrison will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Heading for second is Harrison. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches. But when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
Stepping in now, Nick Williams. High pop-up. Cooper is calling for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. So 2 are gone now in the Philadelphia 7th, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder Scott Kingery. From the belt, kicks and deals. But this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning. Phillies down on just 4 pitches. You can forgive them as they still hold an enormous. Josh Harrison stays in the ballgame in the 8th spot and takes over at second base. So stepping in, Miguel Rojas. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Sir Anthony Dominguez gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Behind 0-2 now. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Here for it is Segura to make the play. One gone. At the plate, Corey Dickerson, a strikeout and a line out for him so far. Right there for strike one. Fouled away. The 0-2 home. Hard on the ground towards short. And into left field for a one-out hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Man, it looked like the pitcher was trying to get him to go fishing at a pitch out of the strike zone. He went for it all right, but he managed to catch all of that baseball, placing it for a double in the outfield. That's a great piece of hitting.
Garrett Cooper is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. Comes set and the 0-1. Turned on that one and crushed it, just pulled it a little foul.
He got the fastball where he wanted and just pulled off of it.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Garrett Cooper becomes out number 2 this inning.
Anderson.
In now, Brian Anderson, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike one. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Harper coming on. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. One left for Miami, and as you can see, they are way behind. Next, it'll be the pitcher, Sir Anthony Dominguez, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Trying to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. As we head toward a conclusion in this one, I think it's fair to say that it's going to be a long time before you see a team perform like this again at the plate.
Yeah, the ability of this lineup to hit that many home runs, I mean, strewn throughout the line, it screams to the modern day of baseball. The 3 true outcomes. These guys aren't worried about hitting singles. They're trying to stop traffic over that fence.
Leroy, it can't be better said. I think the day and age right now for pitchers is you have to approach just about every pitch like it's a 2-strike pitch. No get-me-over curveballs, no get-me-over changeups. Every pitch has to be thrown with a purpose.
High and deep to left center field. Back goes Joyce at the track. But he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he'll pull into second with one away. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. To the plate now, Andrew McCutchen, and it's fouled away. He's had a great game so far, and a triple would complete the cycle. Now McCutchen belts one, carrying well to left field. Back goes Joyce, still going back, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his second home run of the game as the blowout continues.
with one swing of the bat, he shows you why he's dripping with tools. He's got the speed, he's got the power. You don't know how to attack this guy. You can't put him on base with a knock or a walk, or he'll just end up on second or third. And if you leave something over the heart of the plate, that's what can happen.
Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper. Strike one to start the at-bat. And he's looking to do something only a handful of players have ever done. Hit 4 home runs in a single game. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, some guys look out there, Dan, they don't care. They can't execute the ball the other way. It's not that easy. They're going to hit it as hard as they can right into the shift and let the chips fall where they may.
You know, it's hard, D-Row, when you've come up all the way through high school, Little League, college ball, the minor leagues, and you're used to pulling the ball. That's the type of hitter you are. Some of these hitters are going to have to try to make some changes with these exaggerated shifts.
And he fouls this one off. Still only 1 out in the inning. Fouled off. He's on the move again for first. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Ready with another 0-2. Try it one more time for second. Well, he extends nicely, and this ball is driven to right field and deep. Ramirez is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out. Striding into the box, JT Realmuto. He went deep back in the 5th. First pitch to the at-bat. And there he goes towards second. Hit in the air out to center field. Joyce will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Jose Alvarez is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Riding in once again, Matt Joyce. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Jake Bruce is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right. Neil Walker is into the game as well as he's the new first baseman.
Number 12, Neil Walker.
Adam Hazley will also come in now as he takes over out in center. From the stretch.
Number 40.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Alvarez has seen his role change with those one-batter lefty specialists going the way of the dodo as a part of MLB's pace of play initiatives. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
At the plate, Harold Ramirez as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. So 2 gone now in the Miami 8th. And up next will be the big catcher, Jorge Alfaro. 2 low, 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. A bouncer up the middle. Segura fields it cleanly. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Miami down in order, and they remain well beat. Josh Harrison stands in 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for route number 1.
Adam.
Stepping up to the plate, Adam Hazley. Davey Rion will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. He jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Around first, digging for 2. A leap, but this is out of reach and off the wall. The relay, but he is in there with a triple.
Well, you can't fault the center fielder's efforts there. He tried to track it down, but I don't think he had much of a chance to get there. His teammates will eventually help him out, but by that time, he's safely at third.
At the plate now, Scott Kingery swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. Gone!
Now playing right field and batting 9, number 5, John.
So a 2-run homer down the line and left. His 3rd home run of the ball game as this lead got even wider.
Well, the ball's been flying all over the place this game, but most of the fireworks have come from him. That's his 3rd long ball. What a game.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jose.
Into the box, Jose Alvarez. Fouled away. The 0-1 pitch. Hit out towards second. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the 2nd out.
The bat, number 2.
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Gene Segura. He's 5 for 6 to this point. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Right fielder giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. We'll head now to the bottom of the 9th. The Phillies lead it 23-0. Into the box, John Birdie starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 0-1, here it comes. This one's down to third. There's Harrison for 1. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
Now batting.
Digging in, Miguel Rojas. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Neris is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
And that's in there for a called 3rd strike on the split-fingered fastball. 2 away. So striding forward now, Corey Dickerson. He doubled his last time through.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, but that'll do little more than make a dent in this big deficit.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows. Finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat. Being shut out all game, but not anymore.
So now to the plate, Garrett Cooper, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Miami down to their last strike. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
23-2 in tonight's game. The Philadelphia Phillies jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jake Arrieta earns his first win of the season as he gives up only 1 hit in 5 innings of work. Caleb Smith struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Bryce Harper plated 4 total with 3 home runs, leading Philadelphia to victory over the Marlins 23-2. The Mets racked up 11 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Nats 4-2. The Arizona Diamondbacks nabbed an extra innings win over the Braves 3-2. The Reds had 12 hits as a team as they got the win in extra innings over the Cardinals 6-5. Christian Yelich grabbed 3 base knocks, leading the Brewers to a win over the Cubs 4-2. The Los Angeles Dodgers knocked out 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Giants 9-4. The Padres allowed only 5 hits as